Hey, this is Matson Outdoors. Jill's working on her second quilt, which just so happens to be another baby quilt.
Oh boy.
She's doing this for Katie's little one. We don't know the gender.
I'll show you in a second. I'm almost done with this row. So I'll back up a little bit so that it seals it really good.
She already sewed 2 rows together. She's working on the 3rd row. I have a 4th row pinned and laying there waiting on her. Okay. That is the 3rd row.
This fabric's my favorite on the ends.
Good job. My favorite is this one. I like the foxes.
I do like the ties and the glasses on the fox, so that's real cute.
So her theme in her nursery is
like
little rascals, creatures or something. Critters. So like woodland.
Lots of gray and white because, like we said, they don't know the gender either. So they're doing lots of neutral themes for right now. And then after the baby comes, they'll add some pops of whatever color. So we try to go pretty gender neutral with this pattern too. It's hard. It's harder than I thought it would be.
We had a really hard time picking out the material in the store. But we like what we came up with.
Yeah, it's really cute.
So we'll keep updating you. All right, so these are the first 2 rows that Jill sewed. I now have them pinned together. That's my job. I pressed these seams down. That way, whenever you pin it together, it makes it a little flatter for sewing across. And now I have it pinned. And then once she gets it sewed together, it'll look kind of like that. So, just thought I'd update you on that. All right, we're back for an update.
Is it going to go over this seam?
You have to hold it down. Yep, there you go. That's what you do.
Oh, look at it go. Oh, go, brother, go. So cute.
So now this is her first 2 rows that she's putting together. She's going to make sure she stays at the same distance for her seam allowance. And she's being extra careful when she goes over where the squares come together because it is a little thicker there.
A little chunky. It's okay, so am I.
She's pulling out pins and making sure that all stays together nicely as she pulls the pin though. So it all stays lined up.
I hope my home ec teacher sees these videos, Mom, because she'd be so proud.
Give a shout out to her.
Hi, Mrs. Patton. I don't need a seam ripper anymore.
That's metal, not wood, but
close enough.
All right. So when she gets this done and we get it laying out there pressed, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what the back will look like when you iron and press those seams down so that it's not bulky and it just makes things match up good. And then we're going to walk over here and I'm going to lay it on the table so that you can see. These are 4 rows that we have sewed together, and she's sewing 3 more together right now. And so that's what it's looking like so far. And this little dark spot's just water that still hasn't dried from me ironing. But that's what it's looking like. It's coming together cute. Okay, so this is what the quilt top is going to look like. It's all sewed together. And then we have enough material left, so we're going to make this be the back all solid. And then we have some owls stripped here that we will use as the edge. So we'll keep posting updates. So we cut the backing, the back material that we wanted, the batting, and the quilt are all now pinned together. We laid it out, pinned it together, wrong sides together. so that we can sew around the edge, leaving an opening that we will turn it inside out, and then we'll sew in the ditch. Jill started, and she just started sewing here in this, and she got to about here and realized it was like, puckering a little.
It was gonna go like this, just on this square.
So since we just started, we're gonna rip it out and try to get it straightened out so that hopefully it doesn't do that.
I take back my previous comment about not needing a seam ripper anymore.
And we'll keep you updated.
Oh, yeah, because we have to take it all apart anyway.
So I was dumb, and even though I doubted myself when we were pinning, I managed to pin my layers wrong. So now when we turn this the right way, the batting is going to be on the outside no matter what I do. I screwed up. So we have to rip out, and she was almost done sewing around the border, so I feel bad. So we're going to rip this all apart and repin and resew.
All right, 5 hours later, we got this whole thing seam ripped and repinned so that it is top, bottom, middle. And we have the right sides of this together, so when we flip it, it'll go like that. And it'll actually work this time.
It'll be right. Instead of me being stupid like the first time around.
It's all right.
Thanks to Jill for helping seam rip, even though it was my mistake.
No problem. I brought out my old skills from home ec. I got it.
All right, so we have now sewed around and trimmed off the excess, and show the corner how we cut that on a diagonal so that when she turns it inside out, that's going to make a nice sharp point once she pokes her finger through it. There are tools for it, but I don't have a tool for it, so we just really do it with our finger.
Look at that, we did it right.
So pretty. Okay, I'm going to help her here, and then I'll show you again. All right, this is Jill's second quilt, and I think it looks amazing. Look at that nice border, edge work. She did great. And then the back side, we made it so that it is totally reversible, and I think it's gorgeous. She did great. Hopefully baby Wadding will love it, and so will Katie. All right, thanks for coming along with us on this journey for this baby quilt.